After having worked with 10,000 Airbnb hosts at my time at Airbnb and as a property manager and owner, I know that 97% of you watching this right now could be making $20,000 more with your current Airbnb by implementing my Airbnb optimization strategies that will take you less than 45 minutes. I got an email from a priority superhost optimization purchaser asking me what I think about the new Airbnb algorithm. But the thing is, and by the way, stick around to the end of this video because there might be a free giveaway, something that I've already done a few times in other videos, giving away things like the Superhost optimization. So be sure you're a subscriber and you have the notifications turned on because the free good is only claimable the day the video is published. The thing is, there was no change to the Airbnb algorithm. And if Airbnb didn't announce it, how did this person find out about it to write that article? Now, the thing is, at any given time, more than 50% of Airbnb hosts are not satisfied with where they're at. They want more reservations, and they would be open to the idea that Airbnb did something, and that's why they're not getting more reservations, more occupancy, and at a higher nightly rate. But let me clear that up for you because it's always been about conversion. If you're following me already, you already knew that because go back to 2017 where I have a video talking about how you should ignore your Airbnb views. Because from Airbnb's perspective, they would prefer one view, one booking. That's 100% conversion rate. But YouTube tells me that you're probably not subscribed to me because 90% of my viewers are not subscribed to me. And the reason is because if you are subscribed to me, they have told me after watching about 10 videos, they feel that they have such an edge over their competition that they can take a break. They can implement the strategies that they've learned and then come back when they feel they need a refresher. If you feel that you could be doing better with your Airbnb, stick with me because I'm going to clear that up for you and how you can increase your conversion. Because I know that you're a new subscriber to my channel, these videos I keep introductory so that I'm introducing you to topics, a wide variety of topics so that you know they're out there. In my program videos, I'm able to slow it down, go in more detailed, and go step by step every one of these topics. I break down Airbnb success like this. I call it the 3-step troubleshooting protocol. The first part, which is what this video is about, is online optimization. How do we increase our conversion rate and please the Airbnb algorithmic gods? Number 2 is hospitality. How good are your reviews? And then number 3 is pricing. But we don't want to get to pricing until we know that we have maximized online optimization and offline hospitality. I'm going to take you through the 3 most important sections of your online listing with one of my own listings. It's called the Belmonte Penthouse. Welcome to the Belmonte Penthouse. We're going to go through the title, the text, and the photos, and I'm going to tell you everything that you need to pay attention to. When I'm optimizing listings myself, I know that 90% of Airbnb hosts aren't doing any of these 3 things, and they're tremendously important. Now, keep in mind the guest flow. They're going to start with the photos. Then they're going to go to the text, starting with the title and then finally the summary text. We know as hosts, guests don't read, right? You've seen that on forums. You may have experienced it, but they do read. They read when they want more information, when they're just about to book, but they're not yet decided. They've got 2 or 3 Airbnb listings open, and then they decide, okay, this trip is important. All 3 of these listings are pretty good. They're in the same pricing range. I'm now going to read the listing text to see which one comes out to me. And what do they usually see? They usually see what you probably have, which is block text. So let's move into text. This is how I like to see text. Bullet pointed out. The guest is paying $100 a night, $500 a night, whatever it is. What are they getting in exchange for that money? And put the most important thing up top. And here, don't add more than 6 bullet points. What I like to do is bring up my reviews. Airbnb buries reviews all the way at the bottom of the listing. The lower things are on the page, the least likely, the FPG, I call them, future potential guest, is going to see it. So I bring up some of the reviews into the text with as few words as possible. This review was actually 10 times this length. We always want to respect the guest's attention. If they notice that you're just adding in a bunch of fluff words, they're going to stop reading and they're going to miss the important things. So I take all the important things out and put it in here as bullet points. Moving on to the title. The title is for your guest. It should be filled with amenities and it's read from left to right. So the thing on the left, the amenity on the left, should be the thing that most guests are asking about. Anything ideally that the guest cannot see. So right here, I have daily cleaning. You cannot see that from the photos. That's why it makes for a good title amenity. As I'm showing you my optimization principles and you have some doubts, you can do one of two things. Post a comment, or better yet, send me a message on my Instagram with a link to your Airbnb, and I will give you 2 personalized tips. Photos, photos, photos. They're the holy grail. You have to get photos right. Now, the key concepts with photos, we have the cover photo here. And keep in mind, on mobile, you only see 1 photo at a time. On desktop, you see 5. Regardless, your first 5 photos need to be of 5 different spaces, not necessarily different rooms, but different spaces. For example, if we're looking at mine, we see that we have the bar, the jacuzzi. This is just a unique feature. It's floating stairs. I'm showing off the design with this recliner chair and then the living room area. In terms of number of photos, you want no more than about 35 photos in any case. And that would be if you have 4 bedrooms, and you're a mansion, you have a bunch of amenities, a sauna, a rooftop, a jacuzzi, a pool. If you're just a studio or a 1 or 2 bedroom, you want 15 photos, maybe even 10 photos. Another key concept of mine is for conversion is to show the guest as much information as quickly as possible. That's in photos, that's in text. So in the master bedroom, we're not going to show 4 angles. We're going to show 1, maybe 2 angles. This video was all about how you optimize your online listing, and why we do that is for conversion. I have a free giveaway with this video, and that is my guest travel itinerary. It is not about online optimization. That is about offline hosting, hospitality, reviews. How I use it is I've created an itinerary, a 7-day itinerary for all my guests, and I send it out automated a few days before check-in with my check-in email. All you have to do to win this item is comment and subscribe. Reviews, price, and photos. Your Airbnb's holy trinity.